Marshall on the blitz. Buckner gets rid of it to the left sideline, and it is intercepted by Gilmore. 30, 25, 20, right sideline. Stephen Gilmore. Gilmore into the south end zone at Notre Dame Stadium, and Marshall leads it 25-15.
Appleby with some time over the middle, picked up by Lang. Second interception of the game. Lang. Taquan Lang to the end zone. Touchdown.
Breaks it loose. It's a foot race. Rashid Ali, touchdown, 63 yards. His 21st rushing touchdown of the season.
He's going for Dobson. Dobson, the big strong receiver. Yes!
Welcome back, everyone, to the Herd Huddle. I'm Keegan. That is Trystan. Marshall falls to James Madison in 70 on the 75 game. Tough loss. A game we should have won. Just couldn't convert on that fourth down and in the middle of the field. But just an awesome weekend honoring the 75. Wish we could have ended it with a win, but we knew it was going to be a tough task at hand. James Madison approves and is now in the talk of the college football playoff. Any thoughts you want to begin this little podcast? Or?
Yeah, I mean, just recapping that real quick since we didn't get to get a recap episode up. It was a winnable game. We had opportunities to win that game, just kind of not able to sustain drives and finish drives on offense. Became too predictable, kind of, way too many quarterback draws and runs. Again, been saying it all year, Carlos just getting too many. Like we said, we want him to run the ball, but just not that much. Not when Antoine Roberts is getting 3, 4, 5 yards carry.
And back-to-back weeks has now had over 100 yards.
Yeah. I mean, he is impressed. And yeah, I mean, when you got running backs like that, just give them the ball, man. And I don't know, when we did go to pass it, I don't know if Carlos was scared because of what happened at Coastal or if it was just kind of how the game was going, but he just immediately would, if it wasn't open right off the rip, then he would tuck it. So I don't know. But yeah, moving on. Game's over with. We got 3 games left to try to get to bowl eligibility. We should win all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason not to win the next 3. Got to at least win 2 to get to bowl eligibility, but I think if we could win the 3 and finish it 7-5, that would be a solid season for Coach Gibson in his first year.
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, conference championship was still on the line. But
nobody expected that going into this season.
No, that was just at that point, it was on the table.
Yeah.
And that's what we were striving for. Obviously, that ship has sailed, but there's still a lot to play for.
We've just been so inconsistent.
Yeah, we're 2 or 3 plays away every single week from
having 1 or 2 losses.
Yeah.
So we're going back to Georgia this weekend. Going to the ATL to take on Georgia State in the baseball stadium, Braves Stadium, Old Turner Field.
I don't know. If you're a Georgia State fan watching this, let me know what you guys think about playing in that stadium because. From an outsider perspective, I think a lot of people give it a lot of hate, but also I think it's kind of cool in a way. Now, seating arrangements in there kind of
we haven't been to a game. We haven't personally got to go to Georgia State yet,
but
see that. But
I think it's pretty unique and pretty cool. But then again,
it sucks because I feel everybody knows that they have trouble putting fans in the stands, and I don't know if Georgia State I don't know, why, I just don't know, if the fan base, isn't that big or, what the deal is, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's more Marshall fans at this game.
Yeah.
Than Georgia State fans.
And, Carlos is from there, from Georgia, so his family's going to be,
And we have a big alumni base in Atlanta anyway, so I definitely think there's going to be a bunch of Kelly Green in the stands. But look, Georgia State, they're 1-8, they're 0-5 in conference play, and their only win, I think, was a close game against Murray
State, which they
Murray
won, I
State.
think, by 13.
37-21, yeah. So Coach Gibson said in his press conference, they've got probably one of the best wide receivers in the conference.
Yeah.
But they have, at least the last 2 weeks, it looks like they've been playing two quarterbacks, Cameron Brown and TJ Finley.
I would assume, just from what I've seen, is I believe that Cameron Brown will be the starter, at least to start the game.
Yeah, it looked
they
like
could
Finley
change it.
played more last week than Brown, but I don't know if it was because of injury or what, but
Yeah.
Cameron's definitely played the most this season.
They both can run it to an extent, but Cameron Brown is way more of a dual threat than TJ Finley.
Yeah.
But obviously we've got to watch out for the quarterback runs, but I think Georgia State's game plan is just to get it to their receivers, because I think that's what their offense is relying on. And Coach Gibson said that with their wide receiver, I forget what's his name?
Ted Hurst.
Ted Hurst, yes. The dude is a unit. He's almost got 1,000 yards on the year. He's 6'3". Coach Gibson said, he's not afraid to go across the middle. If you're gonna play man on him, I don't think you can play man on him. We've got to double team this guy or have somebody over top, because he is very, very good. And he's just so consistent. It's every week this guy's having a good game.
And rushing wise, Brown, the quarterback, Cameron Brown, leads the team in rushing.
Yeah.
So he's got 200. They don't run the ball a ton. He's their leading rusher, and he's got 275 yards. And we're 9 games into the season.
Yeah. Now, that does not mean that they can't run the football, because they very well could against our defense. I feel like how our defense played against James Madison, there was chunk plays that we got beat on in the past game, but rushing, I feel like we held our own against James Madison. I feel like we did pretty good stopping the run against them. But again, that's not Georgia State's strong suit. They want to put the ball in the air and get it to number one as much as they can. I assume that Boogie would be on him, but I'm not sure. They might. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have one guy stay with him the whole game, or if we'll just kind of depends where he lines up. But the defensive side, their linebacker, Josiah Robinson, leads the team with 64 tackles, which is pretty good. 9 games through, 64 tackles, because our leading tackler is Carrion with 48.
Mm-hmm.
And then their defensive tackle leads the team in sacks with 1.5. So they don't seem to get to the passer a lot, but also at the same time, we need to air it out. We're going to have to, pound the rock, yes, but Coach Gibson and Carlos both in their pressers said that Georgia State likes to run man coverage.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the receivers, we got the dudes that are able to win those one-on-one matchups.
And that doesn't mean that you have to go deep or run fade balls every snap. We can take easy slants or, little hitch routes or, little things like that. And then if they're still trying to continue to play man, that's when you open up the double moves and the post routes and get that stuff going. But obviously we're going to be run first offense. We should be able to move the ball on these guys. But the main thing is not ending drives because of penalties.
Ending drives in 7.
Yeah, you need 7. We have a kicker that can get us 3, most likely. But we've seen it every week when it's a close game. Field goals aren't going to win you football games.
No, especially against the good teams, really good teams in this league. You're not going to win a whole lot of football games on field goals. You have to get in the end zone. And, that is no shot on Lorcan Quinn, obviously. He's a hell of a kicker. And we know he's going to go get us 3, but we need 7. We need him kicking, but we need him kicking extra points.
And the other thing, too, is Coach Gibson said, and I think a lot of fans have said it, we were just too predictable Saturday against James Madison. There was so many drives where we could have took the momentum and took the lead, and we just couldn't do it because we ran Carlos on the same quarterback run 2 or 3 times in a row.
24 rush attempts, I believe is what it was. Just insane. But we've been predictable all year long.
Listen, I'm not saying it doesn't work because there's times where it works to our advantage, but things help open that up. And one of those things is Antoine Roberts running the football very well.
It'd work a lot more if you didn't run it every other play, but it is what it is. We got to move on. We just got to win. 3 games left. No reason to win them all.
I mean, a
Finish the
7-5
strong.
season would be such a successful season.
If you can finish the season
And a bowl
7-5
game.
with a bowl game, hopefully a bowl victory, I mean,
85.
that's such good momentum going into next season and the off season and transfers and recruiting and all that stuff. Like we need to finish strong. But yeah, so ESPN for this Saturday's game is giving Marshall a 77% chance to win, and we are favored by 7.5. So I don't know if you feel like that should be more or less.
It's just Georgia State is a very funny team to me.
And I feel like
I really don't think that. Listen, they didn't have the easiest non-conference schedule. Okay, like they went through a gauntlet outside of Murray State. Like they played Ole Miss week 1. They played probably one of the top G5 schools in Memphis week 2. They come home or they stay at home and play Missouri State, and then they had to play number 20 Vanderbilt, and then they had to start conference play with James Madison. Like that is a brutal start of a schedule. And you know, some of those games were blowouts, but I mean, when you're playing Ole Miss and Vanderbilt, what have you, but I mean, they held their own against James Madison.
I feel like we've struggled against Georgia State like since joining the Sun Belt though. Like I know we've beat them, but I feel
last
like
time we played them at their place, we lost.
Yeah, but like I don't think we've blown them out.
No,
But
again, their defense, they give up points, and we should be able to put points.
So do we,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm not too worried about our offense not scoring as long as we can keep the penalties to our advantage. But again, it comes down to being confident and not allowing big plays on defense. Because there's so many times we get teams in 3rd and long, and it's just like communication goes out the window. Somebody's walking free, whether it be underneath or just 20 yards downfield. There's somebody always open. If our defense can just step up and if we get the ball first and we drive and score, you need to stop right there. Get the ball back, score again. We have to be able to run these guys off the football field before their drive even starts. Like 3 and out, get them off the field. Like we're not going to be able to do that every drive, but if we can have that mindset of, all right, let's take this play by play. Let's get these guys out in 3 plays and have them pump the ball and get good field position for the offense. Like this game is a defense game right here.
Yeah, I mean, make a statement. Just make a statement. It's going to be 73 and sunny, it says. So, pretty good weather. This should have been 75 week, but Sunbelt screwed us over, so we had to kind of celebrate that last week. What do you think we wear this weekend? Would you be opposed? I don't think they'll do it, although it was brought up to us about possibly wearing the 75 helmets again this weekend on the road, since it's technically the closest weekend. Friday's the 14th. We're playing Saturday.
I think we'll wear all white. I could see us throwing a 75 logo on the side of the helmet, but I wouldn't count on it.
Okay. But you don't think we'll just wear the same 75 helmets?
Nah.
From last week?
I don't think so.
I didn't know if maybe we'd go like a black, white, black with the 75 helmets.
I mean, we wore black, white, black the last time we played at their stadium, but I
wouldn't be opposed to that.
I wouldn't mind it. I'm just saying I don't.
I don't think they'll do it. It was just kind of something that had got brought to our attention, and it was interesting because I didn't really think about that. But I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I think we probably go white, white, green. That's my pick. So what do you think? What's your score prediction?
I'm going to go 43-23.
43-23. I'm going to go 38-13. I think the defense holds up a little bit this week.
Yeah. I mean, like looking at their scores from throughout the year, outside of obviously like the Vanderbilt, Memphis, and Ole Miss game, they put up 21, 7, 20, 24, 31, and 27. So they're kind of in that 20-ish, like 20, 23 range for points.
Yep. I'm just counting on the defense showing up this week and just pretty much shutting them down.
Defensively, outside of those games, Murray State game, they scored 37, 7, 41, 20, 24, and 31.
I just need a dub, man. I just need a W.
Yeah, I mean, like, the schedule, like, for it to end like this with these teams.
With as good as we've played against everybody else this year, there's no reason not to win these next 3 games.
Yeah.
I get it. App State next week. It's a rivalry game. You're at their place where it is hard to play. But man, we've got to get that W there too. And then to finish at home on Senior Day against Georgia Southern, who preseason was supposed to be one of the better teams in the Sun Belt. They just had injuries and stuff not go their way. I mean, I don't know. I do not see us losing another game. We shouldn't lose another game, but
no. I mean,
obviously you got to play
on the
game.
road. I mean, App State's a tough place to play, but again, they haven't had a great season either.
Got to play the games.
But yeah, we've got a lot to play for still, record-wise, full game-wise, senior-wise. Like, important to win these games.
Yeah. Quick hoops update. We're recording this Wednesday, the men's basketball 2-0 at home opener tonight. Going to tune into that one against Elon.
Elon, who's also 2-0.
Yes. And then they play Saturday at UVA. I think the game was supposed to be at 2, but I believe it got moved up to noon. So, which is kind of good because the football game's at noon. So hopefully we'll be able to get to watch both those. And the women's basketball team last night went to Indiana and fell just short, losing to Indiana by 7. And they are back in action this Saturday at the CAM against, I believe, number 20 Kentucky. I believe 20 is what they are ranked. So that's a big game. So if you're not going to the football game, get to the Joan, support the girls basketball team Saturday. But you got anything else on this Georgia State team or anything we need to cover?
No.
Anything you want to get off your chest?
Off my chest? I mean, plain and simple play calling has got to be better offensively.
Got to be better.
And defense has just got to grow up there and start communicating.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a lot of the issues on defense has just been miscommunications.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a broken record, but it's like, how many times do we have to watch wide receivers from the other team
run wide open? Yeah, it's tough.
But I still have trust. I still have faith in these guys. And we've got 3 games to go. But if we can make a statement right here on Saturday, get a win, get back to 500, and take care of business the last 2 weeks of the season, get 7-5.
We'll be cooking. Rolling into a bowl game. Hopefully a decent bowl game. But
yeah, give us what
I'll take a bowl game after not getting one last year. Man, that was upsetting.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll take us out of here.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys aren't following yet on Twitter or TikTok or Instagram, please do. We really appreciate it.
We're pushing 1,000 followers on TikTok. Get us to 1,000. Help us get to 1,000 on TikTok. We really need the X followers. We're still sitting in, I think, below 300 on X, which is kind of crazy. Thought we had more than that, but anyway, we appreciate all you guys. So go Herd, and we'll see you guys in the recap. Hopefully after a dub. Peace out.
Marshall on the blitz. Buckner gets rid of it to the left sideline, and it is intercepted by Gilmore. 30, 25, 20, right sideline. Stephen Gilmore. Gilmore into the south end zone at Notre Dame Stadium, and Marshall leads it 25-15.
Appleby with some time over the middle, picked up by Lang. Second interception of the game. Lang. Taquan Lang to the end zone. Touchdown.
Breaks it loose. It's a foot race. Rashid Ali, touchdown, 63 yards. His 21st rushing touchdown of the season.
He's going for Dobson. Dobson, the big strong receiver. Yes! Wow!